Hey guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome to today's low impact, full body, high intensity workout. Today you're going to need a floor mat for a couple of the moves and a set of 2 hand weights. Let's start with our warm up. Feet are about hip distance apart, facing forward. And let's draw the knees up towards waist height and set up our form. Pull yourself up through the crown of the head, a nice long tall torso supported by a really strong core. Roll the shoulders up and back for 1, 2, 3, keeping them back and down the whole time we're working out. Grab an imaginary bar out in front and then pull it back towards your armpits. So we're warming up the chest and the arms, the upper body, the shoulders, lower body, and we're engaging that core and trying to keep the core engaged the whole time we're working out. For 3, 2, and 1, arms up overhead and then bring knee towards elbow and elbow towards knee. But keep that back long and tall, so don't crunch over to get the knee and the elbow to kiss. You just want to bring them both towards this mid-plane. For 3, 2, and 1, walk the feet nice and wide, grab that imaginary bar overhead, and this time pull it down behind your head, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then trying to get the heel up towards the booty, or as close as you can get. For 3, 2, and 1, keep this wide stance. The feet are facing out to the corners of the room, and just push the body side to side. We are doing inner thigh, outer thigh today, so let's warm up those inner thighs. A few more, guys. Keep that torso long and tall, even when you're pivoting forward. For 2, and 1. Shuffle on the spot. I'm going to show you the first move. 2 hand weights. Start hip distance apart, arms up in front, palms in. Squat, side leg raise, squat, knee up. Now on the squat, remember you're sitting back into it, so it's not an up and down movement. The booty's going to the back of the room. On the side leg lift, do not turn those toes up. Keep them pointed down, so it's down and lift. Here we go. Squat, lift, squat, knee up. On that side leg lift, try and get the outside of your right glute to lift that leg down. Squeeze it up and knee up. Sit back, squeeze it up and knee up. 2, 1. So I'll show you on the left side. Sit back into it. And then on that side leg lift, we're trying to get the outside edge of the foot up to the ceiling and engage this side booty. Here we go. Sit back, lift, sit back, knee up. Squeeze that leg up using the outside of that left glute. It's a subtle move, but the more you focus on trying to lift with that glute, the more muscles you're going to recruit in that area. All right, guys, just the right leg. Rear lunge, lift, rear lunge, knee up. So lifting that leg up using your right glute. Here we go. Rear lunge, lift it up, and then knee up. Coming nice and deep into those rear lunges with your right knee coming close to the ground, not touching, but close, and bent. So we're going 90-degree angle lift, 90-degree knee up. 2, 1. I'll show you on the left side. So 2 90-degree angles. You're not opening up the hip. Then lift, rear lunge, knee up. Left leg. Here we go. Rear lunge, lift, rear lunge, knee up. Put all your focus into that left glute now. It's lifting the leg. It's a very subtle move, guys, but let's try and make this a moving meditation by focusing the mind on the body. Start in a V in an upright row. Rear diagonal, sweep it across, and then knee up with a repeating upright row. Here we go. Rear diagonal, sweep, rear diagonal, knee up. On the sweep, the foot is flexed. You're sweeping with the inside edge of that foot and then squeeze and hold as it reaches the top of the sweep. Squeeze and hold. So on the other side, lead with the inside edge of that foot. Keep the foot flexed and focus on the inner thigh doing the sweep. Get ready, rear diagonal, sweep it, and then knee up. Doing this repeating upright row for the shoulders. The core is also working here, guys. Keeping that torso long and tall, even while you pivot forward. 2, 1. Put the weights aside. Come down. Side forearm plank. Sorry guys. Lift that bottom hip. Foot out in front. It's going to go up and over. Here we go. A big arc. We're doing a big rainbow with that top leg. Bottom hip is off the ground. Bottom leg is bent. The shoulders are stacked on top of each other. The hips are stacked on top of each other. And you're just lifting up and over as high as you can get. I did not explain that one very well. Sorry guys. Bad transition. Bend the bottom leg, straighten the top leg, lift the hip, foot comes out in front, and big arcs, rainbows. Here we go, up and over, and up and over. So tap, up and over, tap. So focus on going nice and slow and deliberate. You will feel we're working the core. We're working this bottom glute. We're also working this top glute and the shoulder. Lift it up and over, lift it up and over. Well done, guys. 1 down, 3 to go. 1 hand weight. Start in a V, hand weight in the left hand, left leg. Curtsy, lift, curtsy, together. On the curtsy, send that booty back down on an angle towards that back corner. Here we go, curtsy, lift, curtsy, together. Bring that left knee close to the ground in the curtsy, and then just a repeating overhead press with your left arm, trying to get that left glute to lift the leg. 2, 1, other side. So send that booty back down on a sharp angle. Get nice and deep into that curtsy. Lift, and then together. Here we go. Curtsy, lift, curtsy, together. Working this front, left, quad and glute in the curtsy, and also getting a little bonus as we lift that right leg using the right glute. 2, 1. Start the feet together. Lateral raise with the left arm. Side lunge, lift, side lunge, together. Lift that leg, outside edge of the foot, up to the ceiling, just as high as you can, keeping this torso relatively vertical. Down, lift, down, together. So inner thigh, inner thigh, together. Squeeze it up. So the side lunge, I'm sure you can feel is for the inner thigh. We're lifting outside edge of the foot up to the ceiling, but don't pivot the torso. Get ready. Side lunge, lift it up, and then together, core, engage. Let that torso remain long and tall, even when we're pivoting forward. Down, lift, down, together. A few more, guys. 2, 1. Start in a V. Weight back overhead. Elbows close to the head. Plie squat. Sweep, plie squat, together. Here we go. Plie squat, inner thigh sweep, and then together. Bringing that hand weight back and up over the head, squeezing your right leg across the body using the inner thigh. So other side. So arms aren't out way out here, they're not in here, just comfortably by the head, down, sweep, down, together. Here we go. Plie squat, sweep it across, plie, together. Core is engaged. Don't give it any time off. Let's work that inner thigh, sweep it across. Put your focus there. Left inner thigh, sweep. Let's do one more. All right, half one. Guys, come down on the ground. On your right side, right side, bottom glute on the ground, front leg straight, back leg bent. We're lifting and lifting. Inside edge of the foot, going up to the ceiling, using the inner thigh. The foot never touches the ground. It just comes down and straight back up. Hover it like 3 inches off the ground, 15, 20 centimeters off the ground, and then straight back up. I explained that really badly, sorry guys. On the side of your body, front leg is straight, back leg is bent, and then we're lifting. Here we go. Lift and lift. So you're lifting as high up as you can, Inside edge of the foot, going up to the ceiling. Try and turn your toes down towards the floor. You can't, but it just keeps that foot very, very straight. Lift and lift. Well done, guys. All right, we're halfway done. 2 down, 2 to go. Grab those 2 hand weights. Hip distance apart, arms out in front. Sit back, side lift, sit back, knee up. Sit back into that squat. Knee should be behind toes. Exaggerate, sending that booty back. Lift, back, knee up. Get the outside edge of that foot up to the ceiling. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up using your right glute. Squeeze and hold. You just want to suspend that leg ever so slightly at the top of the move. Left leg. Sit back into it like someone's pulling you to the back of the room by the base of the spine. Lift and knee up. Here we go. Sit back, lift, sit back, knee up. Working the booty from multiple angles here on the squat, the lift, the squat, the knee up. Working both legs. Don't just throw the leg in the air. Squeeze it up using that left glute. Right leg's going back. Rear lunge, lift, rear lunge, knee up. Shoulders back and down, torso long and tall. Here we go. Rear lunge, lift, rear lunge, knee up. Keeping that torso long and tall the whole time you're working out. Try and use your right glute to lift the leg. It's subtle, but focus there. 2, 1, left leg. Making sure you're coming back into a rear lunge. You're not stepping with an open hip. Tuck that hip, knee over ankle, and then lift. Here we go. Left, lift, and knee up. I was trying to insinuate a left rear lunge. Lunge, lift, and knee up. Come nice and deep into it. Lift that leg and knee up. Time for one more. Down, lift, half a one. Start in a V, upright row, shoulders back and down. Rear diagonal, sweep, rear diagonal, knee up. Here we go. Rear diagonal lunge, sweep it across and knee up. So this is inner thigh, so is this. Inner thigh, booty. Sweep it across, hitting the inner thigh from multiple angles today. Inner and outer thigh. 2, 1. Other side. All right, I'm feeling it now. Shoulders back and down, upright row. Here we go. Rear diagonal sweep, and then knee up. Engage that core. Help keep that torso long and tall. Don't just throw the leg across the body. Sweep it deliberately, leading with the inside edge of the foot. All right, guys, come down. Side forearm plank. Bottom leg bent, front leg straight, top leg straight. Lift the hip. Foot up in front. We're going to do those rainbows. Up and over, up and over. Keep the core engaged. The torso long and tall and very, very steady. Shoulders stacked, hips stacked. The only thing moving is this top leg. Up and over, up and over. Nice big arc. And I'm sure you can feel, guys, we are working the core on this bottom side, shoulder, but also working this supporting glute. Leg out in front. Here we go. Up and over, tap, up and over, tap. Keeping the core engaged to help the torso from moving around too much. But don't hold your breath. Lift it up and over. Come on, guys, let's bring it home. Up and over. 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right, guys, grab a drink. You've got 1 round to go. 1 hand weight. Start in a V. Weight in your left hand. Left leg. Curtsy. Lift. Curtsy. Together. Bring that left knee close to the ground. Sending your booty back down on an angle. Down to the corner. Lift. And together. So when you look down at your right knee, it should be pretty close to tracking over your right ankle. Lift and together. Squeeze that glute to get that leg up. Right leg, right arm. Down, knee comes close to the ground, lift, and together. Here we go. Curtsy, squeeze it up. It's a subtle move, but try and lift that leg by putting all your focus in the right glute, and together. Down, squeeze, and together. We are also really working this front left glute. 2, 1. Okay, start together. Palm facing down, lateral raise. Side lunge, lift, side lunge, together. Let's work this outer booty. Side lunge, squeeze it up, and together. Working inner thigh, outer thigh, inner thigh, together. Also, of course, working the shoulder and the entire arm of this left arm and core. Squeeze it up. Just to remind you that the core does not take any time off, always engaged. Here we go. Side lunge, lift. So when you stand on one leg, the core is engaged. It prevents you from falling over. So it's a sneaky way to get a full body move without having to jump around. Squeeze it up. All right, guys, starting that V. Dumbbell, back overhead. Try not to let the arms go out too far. Down, sweep, down, together. Here we go. Step to the right, sweep it across, and together. Focus on sweeping and holding that right leg, the inner thigh. Squeeze and hold, and together. The plie squat is also for the inner thigh and the booty. All right, guys, we're almost there. Start overhead, not too far out. Just try and keep them tucked in. Down and sweep to your left. Squat, sweep, squat, together. Sit back into that plie squat and together. Squeeze and hold, leading with the inside edge of the foot. Squeeze it across. Let's do half a one. Grab your mat, guys. Come down onto the side of the body. Front leg straight, back leg bent. Arm up. We're gonna lift and lift with a pull and a push of the arm. Here we go. Keep that foot super flexed. You wanna try and get the heel leading. The inside edge of that foot is very straight. Lift it all the way up and lift it all the way up. Squeeze it up. Last time we're doing it on this leg today. Squeeze it up and squeeze it up. Hitting the inner thighs multiple ways. Last move of the day. All right, guys, here we go. And lift and lift. Keeping that foot very flexed. Let's make this last one perfect. Lift all the way up and all the way up. Foot never touches the ground. Just a pull and a push of the arm. Sneakily working the shoulder while we're focusing everything on the inner thigh. 2, 1. Guys, you are done. Well done. Let's do a few moves down here and then stand up. Let's start with putting your right leg forward and press through that left hip. Really exaggerate pushing through that hip and breathing into it. Bring your left arm up and catch it with the right. Push out against this front bent arm. Breathe into that shoulder. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. We always work the shoulders. We gave them a real workout today. Arm up, reach down the center of the back, press down on your tricep or down on your elbow for a tricep stretch. Very gently leaning over the right side of your body, opening up that left hip, leaning over as far as you're comfortable. Back to center. Tuck those toes under. Leave the knee on the ground or lift it up into a runner's lunge, opening up this left hip, bringing the arms up and overhead. Don't crunch the shoulders up. Keep them loose and relaxed, back and down. Look up between the hands. Bring your left hand on the inside of your right foot, very gently pivoting, looking under your right armpit, really stretching that torso. Come back to center, switching sides. Put the other foot forward, your left foot. Press through this right hip, breathing into it. Bring your right arm up, catch it in front of the body with the left and breathe into this right shoulder. Mixing up my body parts. Arm comes up, reach down the center of the back, press down on the elbow, and very gently leaning over the left side of your body, opening up that right hip in a really nice stretch. Back to center, tuck the toes, keep the knee on the ground or lift it up off the ground in a runner's lunge, opening up this hip a little bit more. Arms come up overhead, sink back into that stretch, nice and deep, looking up between the hands. The right hand comes down on the inside of the left foot, swivel and look under the left armpit, stretching that torso long and tall. Head comes away from the feet away from the head. Back to center, bring the feet together, come into a little tuck position, and let's slowly unravel. Keep the knees bent, walking the hands up the shins, up and over your knees, very, very slowly. Up your thighs, very slowly. Stacking the vertebrae one on top of each other. The head is the last to come up, nice and slow. Let's do a few more stretches for the quads and the upper body. Roll the shoulders, arms back for 1, 2, 3. Grab the hands one on top of each other and stretch that chest. Switch which hand is on top. Open up that chest. Nice, beautiful stretch there of the arms and the chest. Let's stretch out these quads. Hold on to something if you need to, like me, and then grab that foot and press out against that foot. So you're really feeling this stretch in the quad, and press out through this hip as well. We are always working the quads. Switch sides, other side. I never call it out, but anytime we're lunging, side lunge, curtsy lunge, squatting, it's all thighs and booty. All right, guys, shake it out. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you have any feedback, any favorite moves, comments or suggestions, please leave them down below. Thank you for working out with me, and I hope to see you next time.